Hello friends, this episode of the podcast is sponsored by Hanky Law. Hanky Law likes solving your problems when they happen, but loves anticipating them so they don't. They provide real people with real solutions to help get your life moving forward. Hanky Law provides criminal defense, family law, personal injury, and civil law. Listen, the legal system can be intimidating and scary. If you find yourself in the legal system, it's important to have lawyers who can explain the process, navigate the legal system, and protect your rights. Hanky Law's experienced attorneys use their knowledge to skillfully defend their clients. Maybe your family is needing representation during a stressful or emotional event. Hanky Law can help. Hanky Law is comprised of Blake and Kelsey Hanky with a family of their own, so you can trust they understand the value of keeping the best interests of you, your finances, your future, and the long-term interests of your children in mind. If you are needing legal help in North Dakota or Minnesota, go to hankyjustice.com or call 701-746-4529. Hanky Law, counselors and attorneys at law. What is up? Special days coming up here, special times. Someone that I want to go ahead and get introduced here is this guy that I found on YouTube. Very interesting. It looks like he is trying to do a tutorial. His name is Alan Tutorial. And it looks like it's a tutorial on locked out of room and what to do. So let me just go ahead and turn this on here.
This window's got some sort of a bar, and if the window's got a bar, just move on, go third window. This window's got a locked latch that I can't undo. Try to squeeze your fingers between them. Nope, not gonna do it. So, you're trapped. You can't get in. You're giving up. You go to number 5 number thing. You check to see what you got in your pockets. So, I'm checking my pocket. I got $5 bill. So, $5 bill can be useful. Not yet, but you put it away, save it for later. Maybe.
Take a look at Alan here. See what the deal is. It looks like he's a little upset that he's locked out. He's got $5 in his pocket, so he's gonna save that for later.
You get to use it later. Get on your hands and knees, see what you can find. It's dark.
Okay, just to describe what's going on here. This is a guy. He's like pushing in on glass on a house. I don't even know if this is his house. He's outside on a balcony on the second story trying to push in windows, like climbing side to side, and he looks filthy. I don't think he lives, if he does live there, because he's like, it seems warm in there. So just it's really dark, like really dark. The only light in this entire video is the light that's coming in from inside the house, or coming out from inside the house. So like he's not even using his phone here.
Use light. Okay. So looks like I found organic coarse sea salt. So just try to dump out the sea salt. It's not coming out. Okay, see if you can get a little sea salt out of the hole in your mouth.
Now that is a good tip. If you're ever locked outside at night and you can't get in, just go to the local trash. Look around, find some trash, and there might be some sea salt. And what you can do with that is just dump it in your mouth. You can just dump that right in your mouth, and that's what you can do.
I got a little bit. I got a little crystal sea salt. Tastes good. So, number 6 thing you got to do if you're still stuck outside is I'll just wait.
Good call. Just wait.
Or just wait for someone to get you. Okay. So, like and subscribe. on YouTube.
By the way, this guy has 186,000 fucking subscribers. Why do I have... What are you guys doing? You're subscribed to this guy. Why can't I get a fucking subscribers here? What's going on?
And Twitter. I know, and wait. So I'm just gonna wait.
Alright. That guy's clearly a Looney Tune. Thanks for sending that one in. Appreciate that, Anthony. Alright. Well, as I mentioned in the last episode here, my special is moved. Not my special. Goddamn, I wish I had a special. My pay-per-view is moved to February 15th. You can still get tickets at jakeridercomedy.com/tour, or you can come into Stoney's Club that day, which is obviously February 15th. Tickets that day are going to be $29.99. Tickets on pre-order are going to be $20.20. For those of you who don't know, this show's been rescheduled twice due to government interference. Since then as well, there's new podcasts up on my network. There's the new show Better Life with Jake and Paul, where we talk shit to each other constantly and talk about UFC, NHL, NFL, all those different sports teams, and how we bet on each team to make money. He's actually pretty good at it, so I genuinely just follow along with what he recommends. For the most part, he hasn't really strayed me wrong since. I have a show called American Homicide. New episode just released this morning. Or I think it's tomorrow, actually. And that is going to cover the recent documentary release on the Night Stalker. And I'm just talking again about the Delphi homicides because I'm actually pretty blown away that it's been 4 years and no one's figured it out. 4 years is coming up here literally in just a couple days, a couple weeks maybe. I think it's February 14th. I don't remember exactly the date. But it's coming up and no one seems to care. And so I want to get that covered and on the airwaves as well. So what I want to talk about is what I got myself involved with and last night into today. I saw online that everyone thought that it would be funny to manipulate the stock market because it's just to prove that it's a joke, that it's a meme, it's not real. Like, the stock market isn't actually a real thing. And the way that we did that was we found a stock that wasn't doing well, such as GameStop, and bought the shit out of it to drive the price up. And when we did that, we found out that there was a short, or a firm that was shorting the company's stock, and what that means is that the worse that the stock does, the more money that the person who's shorting that stock is gonna make. And so we were like, fuck this firm. And because they came out and they were like, it shouldn't be legal for that page to be up. Like, they're trying to say, like, we're white supremacists and we're this and we're that, and the market stability is important. Market stability is important. Come back, remind me of that in 2008 when everyone lost fucking everything. Okay, if market stability was that important, all the people that are still running these hedge funds would be in jail and not running these hedge funds. Because the shit was illegal back then and it's illegal now what they did. So we're just doing it legally. It's not illegal to do what we did. And they're really big mad about it. And it's really, really funny to me. Because it's not illegal what we did. And there is not shit you can do about it. And I can guarantee you, people my age are too petty to give up on this fight. Like, 'cause there's literally nothing else to do. It's too fun to make you guys lose billions of dollars. It really is. Because your billions are like our hundreds. And it's fun to make you just, like, get a little worried about your money. It's really fun. I know that Melvin... they had to get a $2.1 billion bailout because we shorted them. And what did they do with that money? Continued to short it again by after-hours manipulation. It's hilarious what they're doing. And no one's giving up. And it's really fun. They, people are saying, well, you made millionaires out of the stock owners of GameStop. Okay. Fine, maybe we gave them a couple extra $1 million, probably. But the returns on these stocks are giving us thousands of dollars, which is like, in terms of whatever, that's a lot of money for us. The only people losing money right now are the billionaire hedge funds. And that's funny, that's fine. Fuck them. Seriously. It's funny, like Elon Musk even tweeted, He's like, yes, stonks, game stonks, and then tweeted the hashtag for Wall Street Bets, or the URL for Wall Street Bets, and it just blew up. And then we found out that the hedge fund also has AMC under their roof, so we just went ahead and bought a ton of AMC. So like these random companies that make no sense are just soaring. And it's just proof that the stock market isn't fucking real. It's not attached to shit. You can fuck with it all you want. That's the whatever. Looking into the camera here, if you're watching, look at my nose, man. I gotta get this shit fixed. I broke it like, I don't know, like 8th or ninth grade or something. And oh my god, it was during weight training, and my friend at the time, Jared, I don't know how he's doing anymore. He might be dead. Um, he we were fucking around in the weight room like we're not supposed to, and I got hit in the face with a weight and broke my nose, and I had a big black nose for a while, and I tried to hide it, but it wasn't very easy to hide that, and so that happened. I got to get that fixed. Really funny thing, fucking Dogecoin is coming back. If you guys remember Dogecoin, it's like Bitcoin but a meme, and it's only worth 1 penny right now. And so everyone's like, buy Dogecoin, get it to $1. So if you want to make some quick cash, just invest like $10 into Dogecoin. You'll walk out with like, I don't even know, like $1,000 or 10 grand or something. I don't know how to move zeros in my head that fast, especially while smoking weed. So get off me. Yeah, if you don't know how to do that, by the way, you gotta like get Bitcoin and then put it into the market and take it out as Dogecoin. It's kind of hard to directly pay for it with like your money, like actual money. You have to get it via cryptocurrency, and you can get cryptocurrency easy. You can just use like, if you want to use a new, like you can use Coinbase or Kraken is probably the best way to do it, because Kraken you can use Bitcoin and Dogecoin directly, and a bunch of it, like there's like Litecoin and all that other shit in there too. What's really like the inauguration's going on, right? Inauguration just happens, and you know we got Lady Gaga, we've got Garth Brooks, we've got like, who honestly everyone, if you go into his Instagram, everyone in the comments thinks he's a serial killer. It is the funniest fucking thing. I don't know why it's happening. On Dr. Phil's Instagram, everyone keeps calling him Daddy Phil. It's so funny. He posts something about like, yeah, this woman's been terrorized by these dogs, and everyone's like, Daddy, come home, my daddy. Like it's beyond. It's so funny to me. I can't handle it. I just think it's funny that Biden's in office and now the media, like everyone's been a lot more calm lately. It's because no one's telling you to be upset. If you haven't noticed, the media stories have not been like breaking news. Trump fucking says tampons are for, blah, 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 blah. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy how easy manipulated people can be. So, if you want to, like, just have my advice, instead of reading the news, go read the bill that's being passed. Just go read it. It's available on the internet. www.congress.gov. It's right there. You can just click on the fucking bill and read it for yourself. Don't take their word for it. Fuck them. Just a couple key points to take away from this. No one's coming to save you. I just hope you know that. Like, nobody's coming to save you. If you haven't noticed, like, Biden, it doesn't even know what the fuck he's doing. He literally has no idea. If like, it's proven and shown video, pictures, everything, that he has a wire running up his fucking back into his ears with those clear pieces, and he has a microphone on his wrist. People have linked the patent and the product that you can get if you want. So, like, the dude wears it all the time. He's being told what to do in his ear. It's not even a joke. It's a fucking real thing. Well, everyone has that. No, I don't see any other president in history who walks around with mic'd up all the time. It doesn't happen. It just doesn't, man. Like, if you haven't, protests in Portland are still going on. Portland's in D.C. are happening. Portland's in Seattle sparked back up. Black Lives Matter just tweeted out, like, I think the Democrats used us. Dude, it's so funny. You fucking think? And, like, all the Republicans right now, ooh, so funny. They got burned by the Democrats. Dude, you guys are just as stupid. You guys are just as stupid. You followed a con artist all the way through to the White House enough to riot through the Capitol building. Like, yeah, you want to know what? There are always going to be bad ballots in an election. They've happened always. They're going to keep happening. You burn down the goddamn Capitol building. You're out of your fucking minds. You're out of your minds, dude. So, that's happening. Poland is up in complete protests over their abortion ban. And I mean, Russia right now, I think Russia is going on like week 2 of protests, and Putin's calling it like dangerous and blah blah blah. It's just governments are constantly blaming every time that anyone rises up and says what you're doing is fucked up. They're like, this is a really dangerous situation for you guys to be telling us that what we're doing is wrong. Okay, we're in charge. We have suits on. Okay, we've been here for 48 years, more than long. Okay, like that. Those term limits cannot come soon enough. Ted Cruz just introduced those fucking term limits. You know, why am I talking about politics all the time? Fuck that. The McGregor fight, dude. Jesus Christ, McGregor got fucking lit the fuck up. By the way, if you want to hear about that, we just uploaded a podcast about it called on Better Life with Jake and Paul. We were discussing that fight. If you bet on Dustin, you just made a shitload of money. That's unbelievable. That fight was great. He's going to the top. He called out Khabib like gracefully. He like really gracefully and like to the point where even if Khabib says no, it's gonna be like, all right, yeah, that's cool, man, because it was really nice. McGregor, like, what is he gonna do? His brand might suffer from this. Like, no one's gonna want to drink tequila from a dude who keeps getting knocked the fuck out like 3 times in a row. You know, leaves the UFC, says he's training forever to come back, and then he comes back and looks like shit. Ever since that boxing match, he can't fight, man. That's literally what it comes down to. Ever since that boxing match, he cannot fight. He might have to fucking fight that Logan Paul YouTube kid now. Or is it Jake? Whatever everyone's calling him out, whatever. It might be Jake, because I think Logan's fighting the boxing guy, Mayweather. Yeah. So that's neat. You know, as cool as all that shit is, I want to talk about what happened with Google, and I'm sure a lot of you who use Google for work or your home, whatever, they had like a massive day-long outage on Google like the other week, and it caused a lot of shit to get fucked up. And you know, right now they're being sued for antitrust laws, everything like that, and it's like, well, they kind of just made a case for the other side here, like 100% made a case. How do you say that everything's like you're allowed to be that big when if you shut down, like the world has to stop working until you're back up? Like you're obviously too big. That needs to be broken up a little bit. It was the way that how it worked. It was called a fucking SolarWinds supply chain, or I'm sorry, that wasn't it. The Google hack was apparently nothing. That just came days after the government hack, and the government hack was a supply chain hack, not Google. The government hack was a supply chain by SolarWinds. And it's like a company that provides, like, it's for a shitload of people. It's not just the government. Anyone who uses secure anything uses SolarWinds, except for me because I can't afford it. My apologies. I'm disgusting. I just burped on this podcast. I'm fucking gross, man. What the hell? And other than SolarWinds, FireEye is another company that got hacked, and no one seemed to care about it because it was like already later. But both those companies got hacked, and then the U.S. government got hacked, and there were backdoors for a long fucking time in that shit. So, you know, these people are the ones telling you that you need to wear 2 masks now to be safe. They can't even keep their back door locked. Like, for fuck's sake, man. Speaking of tech, we might have to, help out the old Uyghurs in China. The Uyghurs are a minority group in China. Currently, 1 million of them are in 85 camps, and they're expanding. There's 20 more currently looking like they're being built. These are literal concentration camps, and I mean, these people are sending letters and cards and are hidden inside toys and like Christmas gifts, or people are opening up gifts and there's things in there saying we're held prisoner, help us, and shit like that. It's crazy. It's really funny that in 1945, after the Holocaust, everyone was like, never again, this will never happen again, and then China's like, can we do it? And then the whole world's like, I guess, yeah, it's cool, you can just whatever. And then here they go, all the fucking Uyghurs, the Muslims, the gays, all that shit, right into the camps, and everyone's like, yeah, but they make phones and tech and shit, man. It's really cheap. My kids when they get a kids meal, who's gonna make the little plastic toy? You know, Americans are gonna make that. That's, so I really think people need to help them, and what happened last time this shit was like starting up in like Egypt, and right when it was starting up was everyone on Reddit, who, again, the same group helping out with the Wall Street bets, were like, hey, we can help you, Egypt, and then sparked a revolution in Egypt, and then they shut down the internet in Egypt, and we were like, oh, that's cool, we'll help you proxy that bitch up and get you more internet, and we got them back internet, and that's how the group Anonymous started anyway. At least that's how I remember my part of the. Hey, I better stop talking about that. Okay. They call them re-education centers in China, which is really funny. Because I've heard that in like the halls of our government talking about like these quote unquote terrorists and extremists. They're like labeling half the country extremists basically. I would be an extremist because I don't like them. So if you just don't like them or say something bad about them, you're an extremist. Like, okay, I don't know about that, Chief. Like, I don't like storming the Capitol, but I also don't like you thinking that you can just control everyone because a couple dickheads. I mean, they're gonna die anyway. That one she got shot on sight. You know, fucking a. Just let them. They're gonna. It's gonna happen to someone one day. You know, fuck it. Stop punishing the group for like the mistakes of the little or the few. It's really annoying. Um, want to talk about the fact that I just feel like something's coming. I don't know if you guys have that weird feeling, but it just feels like something's coming. I mean, everyone in America is so stressed to the point where like suicides are through the fucking roof. No one can have their jobs back except government only. They get their jobs. They're allowed. I mean, weekly they get paid. Every fucking week or 2 weeks they're getting their paychecks. But if you want a private business, hey man, we haven't decided if you're allowed to open yet. Like, who the fuck are you to tell us if we're allowed to open? Like, sir, can we please open? And he's in the back just like, no, not yet. You may not open. No, I am the governor. I decide when we open and close. Like, no, you do fucking not. What the fuck? Who decided these asswipes are in charge? Well, people voted for him. Yeah, people voted for a bunch of other motherfuckers too. We should never have one guy in charge. The executive branch needs to have 3 leaders in it, and then and the way that America runs right now. Basically, here I am back in the politics. Deal with it. Basically, it's the Speaker of the House, the fucking president, and the minority leader or the majority leader for the Senate that make all the rules. It's literally those 3 people. Like, Congress doesn't even work anymore. Nancy Pelosi hasn't allowed a single bill to be introduced from the floor that she hasn't pre-screened herself since she took the fucking reins back in 2017 or 18 or whatever the fuck that was. And even before that, they really were. Like, Paul Ryan really didn't allow very many. Congress hardly works. It's just a couple group leaders that make the decisions. So, my proposal would be the executive branch has whatever. You get a Republican leader or like the minority leader, the leaders or whatever, and you get 3 of those in the executive branch. That way, you could have like a 2/3 majority on every decision instead of one guy deciding fucking everything. And those 3 people need to be from separate groups. You need a Democrat, a Republican, and an individual. Or like a libertarian, or get rid of the Democrat and add an individual. Like, there needs to be 3 separate groups represented in that party, and then you need to open up. You need to make it so that Congress has to allow open floor bills to be negotiated every session. It's like, even in like, if you've ever been like in a fucking fraternity, it's easy. Every person gets the chance to talk. That's how democracies work. So like, if your representative goes to Congress and isn't allowed to talk, then what the fuck are they doing there? You know, one of my friends got mad at me on Twitter talking about how, like, when peace officers went to law enforcement officers, that it changed. And he was like, well, it's their job to be a peace officer and a law enforcement officer. What do you mean? I'm like, well, what I mean by that is a peace officer is supposed to keep peace. A law enforcement officer will do anything and everything, including murder, to enforce a law it's people wrote the law that you've never met, and they're far away. They're like, well, we voted for them and we represented them, so okay. Are they doing anything, or are they muzzled? Okay, so they're muzzled. So great. So because Nancy Pelosi from California, representing one of the poorest districts in the fucking world, says something, Chuck Schumer from New York, representing some of the poorest people in the world, all these motherfuckers are talking about, oh, well, we're in charge, and they're in charge of everything. Plus, until recently, even recently, got to do with dementia, or before recently was a game show host. You know, it's the system is not working the way that the founding fathers said it would. Just because the branches exist doesn't mean checks and balances exist, and they don't mean those branches are functioning properly. And that's honestly why you should buy Bitcoin in a shitload of GameStop and help fuck over these hedge funds, because fuck them. Yeah, that's my opinion on that. What is this? What was I gonna say? Oh, I just read this in the news. I thought this was really, really funny. Apple came out with a news press conference, and they were like, "Hey, don't put your phones and chargers and all that shit near like your implants because it'll fuck with them." Like dudes with a pacemaker and all that other stuff, like it just stopped working when he put his phone in like his front pocket here, because like the mag strip in it like held onto it and wouldn't let it work. So it's like, oh, that's great. So now, how quickly until like your implants are like, yeah, you can connect your implant to Wi-Fi and connect it via your phone, and then some dude hacks it and takes over your heart, and then you just fucking some hacker wanted to fucking make a meme out of you or something. Like how quickly is that gonna happen? And it's gonna. Like Google shut down, dudes couldn't even use their thermostats because of those Google Nest wouldn't work. Your Google Home wouldn't work. Your phone, if it's a Google phone, you were fucked. Your phone just wouldn't even turn on. No server connection, nothing. You were fucked. You know. It's crazy. I think everything's coming to a head. That's what I was saying. I feel like something's building up. And I don't think it's going to be like a civil war or something like that. I think it's going to be like some sort of like, hey, we're fucking done. Like, we're not paying taxes, we're not paying bills, and we're all just going to use Bitcoin because we don't like your money, and you are only as legitimate as your fucking money and the power. And so if we decentralize and give all of our money to Bitcoin and decentralize that power, you're worthless, buddy. What is your money worth if all of us decide it's worth nothing? Because that's all the American dollar is worth, is just the faith in it. And if everyone decides it's not worth it, it's worth nothing. So keep playing the fuck games. Our generation is not going to have it. We're just fucking not. We remember 2008. We remember what you did to our grandparents and parents. We know how hard it was. Do you know what it's like to fucking eat? Like, you'd have to, like, take home food from school so you could eat it later. Like, it was so fucking hard on American families. And then these assholes are still coming out of it unharmed, completely unharmed. In fact, they got bonuses after 2008. And now they're mad that we're trying to do this. Like, we aren't even doing close to the same thing you fucking assholes did. We didn't throw everyone out of their houses. We didn't take away everyone's money. We didn't fuck over everyone's family. We're fucking over just a couple of your profits, and you're big mad. Well, big news, buddy. This is just the fucking start. And that's all I'm going to say about that before the FBI comes knocking on my door. The Patriot Act's a real bitch. Anyway, it's like 3 in the morning when I'm recording this right now. I got big distracted today. My cat's super sick, and today she just like kind of took a turn for the worst. And she's sleeping. She's right there. She came from my bed, came over here, licked some water off of her bowl, and then went and slept over there. I don't know what's wrong with her. She's got samples, and the vet is running them and stuff. But she's on a medicine. And I don't know. It's just hard. She's like my child. She's 6 years old. I've had her for 5 of them. When I got her, she was really, really thin. And so I kind of like just let her eat, and she's had such a good life with me. I make sure that she lives the life of a goddamn queen. She has everything, and it's just really hard to see her so sick, and like there's nothing I can do about it. Like I'm giving her the medicine, she's still like so tired and sick and whatever. But so just pray for my cat Oshi. My cat Thunder's all right. She's just kind of stupid still. Nothing you can really do about that. She just kind of runs into walls and shit like that. Use her claws a little much when she's trying to climb up my side because she thinks she's still a kitten. She's cute. I love her. Anyway. Again, I have t-shirts on my website at jakeridercomedy.com/fucking, I think it's merch, or is it /store? I don't remember. /store. And that's where you can buy a t-shirt, help support me, and keep food on the table, and even keep my pet in the vet. Pet in the Vet is a good rhyme. I should make a fucking rap song about it like I'm Eminem, and I can just make a whole song rhyming the same exact word. Why not? You can buy tickets still, like I said, at jakeridercomedy.com/tour. And that's probably it for today. I fucking love you guys, and I'm just gonna go ahead and probably just play music on the way out. So see you guys later.